And then I guess what role does AI and machine learning play in modern data governance, should we call it?
Yes, it's interesting because we're now using AI to help the data stewardship process, to help the building of business glossaries, to assist in the crafting of data quality rules, to assist in the identification of potentially sensitive data elements. And we're using these tools, and it's giving us power and it's giving us capability that we've never had before. In the past, I've asked data stewards to create business glossary definitions for critical data elements within their domain. And they become very upset because it becomes a very time consuming and onerous process. They don't have time to do it. Now we can use generative AI tools to create a definition that maybe requires some additional curation, and it saves them a ton of time doing this. And it makes that experience much more comfortable for them. At the same time, the ability to when we ask business data stewards to start crafting data quality rules, they may not have an understanding of SQL. They may not have an understanding of how these tools work or how to code something. But I could put that into an AI tool or a chat GPT like function, and it would spit out what that rule looks like in code for me. And I can immediately insert that in, and all of a sudden I have data quality monitoring at the drop of a hat. So these tools are giving us the ability to really extend our capabilities to be much faster in our time to market and make the data stewardship experience much more efficient and less time consuming. And that makes it much more palatable to organizations. That's why it's an exciting time because the use of these tools is really making it a much more easily integratable experience within organizations.
And do you think like challenges is choosing the tools, or is it integrating tools into their business landscape? What do you think? Where's the challenges lie there?
I actually think the tool part of it is one of the easier parts of this data
Okay.
governance journey. I actually think the change management and the people
Yeah.
operational part of it is the most difficult part of it because I have a lot of organizations that come to me and they say, we bought this data governance package, we bought this tool, and we're nowhere. We're not successful at all. And we implemented it and we expected all this incredible magic to happen, and it never happens. And the reason it doesn't happen is because they've never brought their people along with it. At the end of the day, this is a culture change that we're trying to drive. And in order to drive that culture, we have to bring our organization with us. We have to organize our people so that they're part of this change that we're trying to deliver. We have to give them the training, we have to give them the change management that's required to be successful in collaboration with the tools that we're building at the same time. And if we do all of these things in concert with each other, then we're creating the recipe for success. But the people side of it tends to be the most difficult side to deliver because
Mm,
they're not ready to change very easily. They have been doing something the same way for a number of different years, and asking them to
mm.
change the way they think, asking them to change the way that they actually perform their daily duties is a big change that they struggle with. And we have to help them along that journey to be successful.
Yeah. Now, the change is hard because, let's say last year, like for example, I gave up smoking in June. I think I just did it, and then I
Mhm.
just after that, then you
Congratulations.
get and then after that, it's just the change. You can't anticipate the change because they're not just wanting to start eating more. So then you got to deal with that. So I guess in business, you can't. You got to be. You just got to go with the flow, isn't it? Because obviously you want to your end goal, stop smoking, but obviously it's always going to be a squiggly bit in the middle because your body changes and like business processes changes. And like
Yes.
you touched on, people, humans are humans. People are also different, aren't they? You got the risk takers, you got people that play it safe. People just don't want to change. So you got to educate. It's an education piece, isn't it?
It really is. And you encounter all sorts of people within an organization. You have the people that are
Mm,
really change agents. They love change. They can't wait to do new things. They're very excited. They're on the front lines of change and they're more than happy to be a part of it. Most of the people in the organization will come, okay, we're changing the way we do this part of our business. We're making this business process change. Okay, give me the tools and I will be there with you. And then there's some people that are really laggards and they will not change for anything. And they've been doing it the same way for 30 years and they're perfectly comfortable doing it that way.
mm,
We have to make sure that we examine each change journey within the organization to that we drive the right stimuli to get them to accept this change. Not everybody's the same. Your ability to stop smoking and do it just at the drop of a
yeah.
hat is commendable. And not many people could do that successfully. That's why there's businesses with nicotine gum and other things that are,
Yeah.
can enable that change in behavior and give people a much more comfortable way of making
Yeah.
that change. So everybody's
Uh,
different. We do it.
yeah, and I just turned it into like a mental challenge myself. Like, I just kept saying you're a loser if you do it, and then like, it's just like competition. Like, come on, I can do it, and then I just end up doing it. So, which is honestly, yeah, thank God,
Mhm.
really.